welcome everybody. Sorry for technical difficulties. Thank you for being patient. This is the How to Easily Attract Dream Clients on Instagram Without the Fear of Being Yourself Masterclass. And we are super, super excited to get started.
This is for virtual assistants who want to confidently attract dream clients in a way that's built sustainable income. We are all about sustainability here. That is our goal. But we're going to challenge you a little bit, so we're going to do this together, okay?
Oh, yeah. So let us know in the chat, yes or no. Do you want a solid and consistent plan for what you can post or for what to post on Instagram that is going to attract your dream clients? Is this something as a VA, as a coach, as a social media manager that you feel like you desire?
You want to be seen as an authority or the go-to in your niche, or in the VA world in general. Is that an ultimate goal for you? Put it in the chat. You know.
And lastly, you want your business built around your life so you can work whenever without sacrificing success. I mean, I think every single one of us got into this job with the hope in mind that we don't have to work 12-hour days. We can work, a few hours a day and still be making money and make money while we sleep and be able to travel and do all of these things without being held back by our job, but also without giving up income or anything like that as well. So, yeah.
And this masterclass, webinar, whatever you want to call it, is not for you if you do not like free content followed by an insanely amazing offer.
All right. Fast action bonus for action takers only at the end of the webinar. You will receive the offer of getting the Hey to Hell Yeah DM guide from Jesse and myself. This is exclusively for people that are in the masterclass today. We put it together for you guys. So yeah, it's the exact DM formula that we've used to book all of our clients on Instagram and booked us out and scaled super large. So yes. Everybody knows Mean Girls.
Yes. Who loves Mean Girls? Everybody loves Mean Girls. They're the best. So Karen, everybody knows Karen. She doesn't know how to spell orange. She asked, hey, do you want to do something fun? Do you want to win $80,000? Well, duh. Who doesn't want to win that? I do.
I'll take it.
Yeah. The first VA who attracts and signs their first 5 dream clients using Instagram wins. So think about how you would approach this competition while Shannon tells us the first person.
So this is Lainey, one of the first person in the competition that Karen is running. She is the DIYer. She goes out and searches YouTube and Pinterest and every place that she can find for all of the free resources that she can find, just to put them all together to try and have some type of cohesive plan for herself. She doesn't niche down because she wants to help everybody and wants to get more clients. But then she ends up burning herself out because she's trying to post content every day with no plan, no clear message. And she decides to charge less than she's worth to get those dream clients, just to get the clients and sign them. Only signs 1 or 2 unaligned clients that don't stay. And she ends up feeling discouraged, burnt out, tired, not wanting to continue on with her business, etc. So that is Lainey.
Yes. And then we have Blakely, the confident CEO. She watches maybe 1 to 2 tutorials and takes the leap. She just goes for it. And she knows that she can learn as she goes. And because that's the best way to do it, is learn while you're on the job. She instantly has a clear idea of her niche and who her dream client is. She creates an organized content plan using consistent messaging around her offer, her services, her business, all speaking directly to her dream clients. And she positions herself as an authority by doing that and magnetically attracts those aligned dream clients easily. So that's Blakely, the confident CEO.
Yes. So these are the two in the competition. Option 1, Lainey's DIYer approach, or Blakely's confident CEO approach.
We are Jesse and Shannon.
Yes. We are the co-founders of the Intentional VA Emporium. I'm not going to go over everything, but we came together, both offering two separate programs. We were like, holy crap, these need to be one, and came together, and it has been pretty life-changing ever since. So yes.
Yeah. We were so tired of consistently being told different Instagram strategies and tactics on how to get clients. It was confusing, and we were literally just wasting our time. Like, DM and tell them what they're doing wrong because they're going to love that. Or posting on Instagram every single day. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as you post, because more people are going to see it. Don't niche down. Do work for free. Run Facebook ads. I mean, all of this stuff that just was a waste of time. And so
the Dream Client Attraction Method was born.
The Dream Client Attraction Method is the solution that we created when we built our booked out businesses, scaling to 7K within 2 months of starting. And we kind of came together and used the methods and strategies that we had separately and created one huge conglomerate program.
Yes. And saying scaling to scaling to 7K months, that's not just one time hitting it either. That's scaling and then continuing to grow and continuing to hit that. So yes, as Jesse mentioned, sustainability is huge. And we are not the type of people who are like, gonna say, oh yeah, we hit 10K months, but only 1 month, and then the rest of the months we make $500. Yeah. What we want to teach you is how to create the sustainability part of it as well, not just, yes, I hit the 10K month. Now what? So
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So this allowed us to ditch the Lainey approach for good. So we could attract those dream clients on the reg without having to spend hours and hours searching.
So are you ready? Do you want to ditch the Lainey approach? Are you feeling a little bit like Lainey and want to move towards Blakely? There's nothing wrong with being in that space right now, but there is a way to get out of it.
Yeah.
So we're going to break it all down. How you can avoid the fear zone, putting yourself out there, being yourself, so that you can find dream clients and never have to worry about that fear again.
So mistake number 1, creating content every day because you believe that's what will attract your dream clients. It doesn't matter if there's a strategy or a consistent message, just as long as you throw it out there.
So we are taught, we believe, we have it in our brain that posting content nonstop, posting every day on your grid, a million stories, just whatever you pull out of your brain to create. And we think that's a chance to go viral, have clients just lining up in our DMs, reaching out to us, trying to work with us, because that's what we've been told, what we've been taught, coached, all of that.
But if you continue to post every day just to post without any real strategy, there's a couple of things. You can overwhelm your audience, you can turn them off and lose them, and you can burn yourself out too. I mean, how can your business grow without an audience? How can that happen? So this is your Instagram posting strategy and kind of how we were talking about going to all these different places and watching all these different tutorials. And you get a message from here. You get, oh, well, I saw this other VA do this, so I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try this because I saw this on a masterclass that I watched at 1 a.m. last night. Or I saw a YouTube video saying this. And then this is just something that I came up with on my own. And you have all of these different things being thrown at yourself or at your Instagram, and trying to change your strategy every day. It's going to become confusing. So
when you have all of these puzzle pieces that are not merging together, they're not meshing up because you're just pulling things out of hats, trying to make content, you're going to lose clients. Your audience is going to leave as well. No one wants to just go onto Instagram to see the most random stuff. If your content is not focused specifically on your niche, your brand, and is all over the place, your audience is going to leave. They're not going to engage.
So what you're doing with your puzzle pieces, because Instagram is like a puzzle, or your feed and your strategy and your posting strategy is like a puzzle. And so what you're doing with it not working, of having something here and there, all these puzzle pieces don't fit. And what you want is a cohesive message, offer, strategy, one big puzzle.
So breaking it down even further, each puzzle piece, when they are not fitting together, when they're still these separate puzzle pieces, not meshing at all, and you're still just throwing things around, putting content to put content out, you're going to continue to see a follower loss. You're going to lose engagement and, excuse me, you're going to lose potential leads, potential clients, because everything that you're doing is taking away from your content and from what you should be putting out, which is what you want to put out, not what you think you should be putting out. So
kind of what I was saying with the puzzle pieces, and kind of like the message is, each different strategy that you try, like each different one, I did some math, I created some formula and like read a bunch of different things and created some formulas. And this generally, as many times as you continue to use different strategies, different tactics, change things up, confuse people, the more that you do it. So the first time that you change your strategy, there's not going to be a big person. There's not going to be, I say 0% because it was like 0.002%, but there's not going to be that much follower loss. But then when you change it one time from where it went, you're going to have some followers leave because people are confused, and it might not be something that they like. It might not be a message that they like. And then, moving on as it goes, you change it again, it gets up there, and you start losing more and more followers. And again, no, this isn't 100% exactly true, but it's close, and it gives you the idea of what happens the more and more that we change our strategies and everything.
So final takeaway is posting every day without a clear strategy. That's the biggest, most important word in there. You can cause up to a 20% follower loss. And don't just think about the follower loss aspect of it. Think about the engagement loss. Think about that makes less and less and less clients, potential clients, see your stuff. And again, if you're just posting without a strategy, you're not calling out to those target clients either. So they're not going to see you, and they're not ever going to know that you are there waiting to help them. So This is your scary unstrategy puzzle piece.
Yes. And we used followers because that's where our clients come from, but it's not just that. I mean, Instagram will push your post down. It won't show it to people. Your engagement will go way, way down. So there's just a huge bunch of stuff that goes in, and we just use followers because that is a lot of where your customers come from. So your clients come from. So yeah.
All right. So what happens when you continue to just add puzzle pieces instead of looking at the puzzle pieces that you currently have and finding a way to fit them together? So you have all of these puzzle pieces and you're like, okay, well, none of this is working. So let me add in a new puzzle piece that, is something completely different. And let me see if that works now.
Posting content every day just to post without a real strategy does not increase your chances of going viral or having dream clients lined up to work with you. It does not do that.
So mistake number 2 is thinking that you don't need to niche down, because if you're not niche down and you have a more broad niche, or you can serve literally everybody, then you can get more clients too. So you feel like, yeah, if I, say I just work with small business owners, then I can help all small business owners across the board. Okay, but what if one of them's a computer person? What if one of them's a makeup artist? Do you really want to work with both of them? So
we believe niching down is unnecessary and sometimes scary because we hear the term pigeonhole. You're going to pigeonhole yourself. Well, yes, in reality, you can get to a point of where you pigeonhole yourself, but also niching down to a point is very, very important, and it doesn't pigeonhole you. Let's think of it this way, right? Okay. Our computers, our pride and joy that we do all of our work on, all of our business work on, that has maybe all of your family pictures, all of your children's pictures growing up, everything from our business is on our computer and it crashes and burns. Yes, I know that, we might have a hard drive where we saved everything or it's saved in the cloud, but it's just the heartache of your computer crashes and burns, okay? So instead of going to the Apple store because they couldn't get you until next week or because they are more expensive, we decided to go to the local Computers R Us store owned by your neighbor Joe, which is fine. Joe's great. He knows how to work on computers. That's fantastic. And he works on everybody's computers. So you go there and Joe tells you that it's done. No more. It's gone. He can't fix it. It's ruined. The world is over. So you now have to go buy a new computer. Whether I just put MacBook because I like Mac, but whether you use Apple or Mac, you now have to go buy a new computer. I mean, Apple or Windows, you now have to go buy a new computer. So you go to the Apple store to buy your computer and they tell you, well, that was easy to fix. We could have fixed it in like 2 days. So you realize that after going and buying a new computer, you could have just went to Apple and spent a couple of extra dollars, waited a couple of extra days, and they would have fixed it in 2 seconds instead of you having, and it maybe would have cost like $200 instead of, $1,100 to $2,000 for a new MacBook. So that is the reality. And I know this is a way huge mountain out of a molehill of not niching down, but it's an example that shows why it's important to niche down. Niching down does not equal less clients.
Being that you feel like you need to have VA experience, a lot of experience, be an expert, know all of the knowledge, know how to do all of the tasks in order to attract your dream clients. So we feel like we have to gain all of this knowledge and experience, whether that be through YouTube videos, downloading Pinterest freebies, working for free. So we feel like we need to be experts and gain all of this knowledge and all of this, expert level stuff to stick out. Otherwise, dream clients are not going to come to us and book with us. Because society has made us feel like if we are not experts at everything, then we're not going to be successful in it.
So your goal is to have all of this knowledge because knowledge is power, and that equals money because that means you're an expert and experts get paid more money, right? So you decided to start your business, but you don't actually start. You wait because you decide that you need to learn first because knowledge is power. So you go and you watch tutorials on Google. You go and look at download all the freebies on Pinterest. Go to YouTube and watch tutorials. Then you join somebody's email list and read all their emails. And then you go watch videos on TikTok. And you've got all this stuff just coming at you and thrown at you from all different directions. And the messages are confusing. They sometimes say the complete opposite. One person might say one thing, one person might say another. It's very, very confusing and different. And society experts have made us believe that we cannot be business owners without knowing everything. And it's scary and overwhelming. I remember feeling like this.
Oh, yeah.
So the time that you spend on becoming an expert, and this is over a week. This is not in one day. This is just over a week's time, is 8 hours on Google, 8 hours on Pinterest, 8 hours on YouTube, 8 hours downloading and watching freebies, and 8 hours on TikTok. Lord, it could probably be more on TikTok. Just saying.
Yep.
But that is an entire week spent on becoming an expert that you could have used building your business and learning while you go to become an expert. Even what is an expert anyways?
Yes, largest takeaway again. You do not need to be an expert or more experienced or the most experienced or, the person who knows the most in your niche to attract your dream clients. And then we want you to remember this: create over consume. Stop trying to take all of those people, all of that knowledge on, and just get started. Just go. Mm-hmm. You have what you need right now to just start. So we want to know, do you want to set yourself up to scale while you're attracting dream clients on Instagram using the Build, Establish, Scale system? So we've got nah, and we've got yes in here.
So the dream client attraction method. The first step, because again, Shannon and I are all about sustainability. Got so many words today. Build your foundation. That's the first step. So what we do is we build you a solid, strong foundation to get you on solid ground where your business does not crumble out from underneath you. 2, establish your authority. This is where we're going to skyrocket your authority in your niche, help you choose a passionate niche and vision and goal that is aligned with you and where you want your business to go, and how to attract those dream clients on the reg. And then 3 is scaling. Once you get booked out, once you get a couple of clients, we don't stop there. We're going to help you learn how to scale past those 10K months and keep going to 15, 20, as far as you want to go. We're going to help get you there. But it's a circle because it's constantly evolving. You can constantly be building your foundation, making it stronger. You can continuously creating and establishing your authority, and you can always be scaling. I mean, come on now, who doesn't want to always be scaling? So yeah. So
the first step part of the BES, the Build, Establish, Scale system, is building your foundation. You want to build a scalable, rock solid foundation that you can always build upon. So when we don't have a stable, solid foundation, our businesses can crumble underneath us at any time. Anything can go wrong at any point. And if you don't have a solid foundation and a plan and all of that, then if things go wrong, then things really go wrong. So
yeah. So is this you? Are you on the unstable ground here? Have you been there? I mean, I was there. I'm not going to lie. Full transparency.
Oh, yeah.
I was there. Yes. Yes.
Who hasn't?
Yes. So get off that ledge of instability and rebuild it sustainably with the dream client attraction method. Don't stay unstable. Come on now. So building your foundation the right way is, most other business gurus, when they, like the big business gurus, when they talk about the importance or the skate over the importance, or if they talk about it, they just kind of do a little bit and step on. But we literally, I feel like mindset is the foundation, the lowest, strongest point in your business. I feel like is mindset, because if your mindset is not in the right place, and you can make your business $1 million business and you bring home $1 million. But if your mindset is not in the right place, then you're going to lose everything because you haven't gotten in the right place. So that's why we build it this way. I feel like mindset is the first step. It's very, very important. And then we do all the unfun stuff with taxes, registration, contracts, and branding and niching down, and then your business suite. And no, it's not like normally it ends there. It keeps going, but I just wanted to show the foundation. Sustainability is viewed as being a matter of survival for your business. I believe you can create massive change. And Cameron Sinclair said that, and he's a huge business person. And I just thought that it fit so well with this, because sustainability is the ultimate survival point. I mean, we have to be sustainable to continue to grow. And I mean, we want to keep our business for 30 years. And if it's not sustainable, it can be gone and like that. So these are just a few of our testimonials. Cynthia, whenever she started working with me, she was so full of imposter syndrome and so full of comparisonitis. She was terrified of showing up online. She was terrified of being herself and showing her face. And all of it really went back to her mindset, and she had not worked on her mindset. So when she was working with me, we really, really focused and honed in on her mindset, and we really kept it going. I gave her all of the ways to do a mindset morning routine and a mindset nightly routine. And from the time that I started working with her until when we were finished, it was just amazing what she's done, how she's grown.
Yeah. So my client, Gabby, who is a VA for wedding creatives, which, as everybody knows, is a fairly saturated niche. So she came in kind of the same thing, imposter syndrome, comparisonitis, just off the bat. Like, she started her Instagram account and saw all of the other wedding creatives and was like, no one's ever going to come to me. So then we started working together. And first of all, no niche is too saturated, because I guarantee you, if a niche is oversaturated in your brain, the client pool for that niche is going to be even more oversaturated most of the time. So that is what I have to say about feeling like there are too many of one niche out there. Mm-hmm. If that's your passion and you want to niche down into that, do it. Don't be afraid of that. So that was the biggest thing that we worked on first. And then again, mindset is really huge. I wanted to start with switching from that employee mindset to the CEO mindset, because you are an owner of your business and you are the CEO. You are not an employee to your clients. You work with them. So we did all of that, put together a plan of actually how to start and why you do need it, but why it can turn from fear to, I call it my drug of choice. I love being scared. So that is something that we work on, is completely shifting from being scared to be scared to loving being scared. So
2, establish your authority. Establish yourself as an authority in your niche and in your industry and in your world. So now that you have that scalable foundation, what do you do with it? Well, this is what we do. To build your authority, you have to be consistent. You have to show that you mean business and that you have value to give. So to build your authority, we're going to do some Post-it notes, and we're going to focus on money generating tasks only. We're going to work on your skills, bro. Yeah, that was cool. And we're going to get you out there. You have to show your face. You've got to be on camera. You have to do lives. You've got to do IGTVs, reels. You have to show your face and show that I am a VA for wedding creatives and I know what the heck I'm talking about. So we'll help you only focus on the money generating tasks right now until you can outsource, or if you can already outsource, automation will be your best friend. But we need to help you figure out in your niche what you want to do specifically, the skills that you want to do, because really a niche is not just, oh, I work for wedding creatives. Oh, I work for business coaches. It's, I'm a course creator on Kajabi specifically. I'm a course creator on Kartra specifically for mindset and business coaches. That's a niche. Your niche is actually your skills and what you do. Mm-hmm. So we'll help you figure out your skills. And again, I know this is scary, feeling like, oh my God, I have to decide all of this right then. Well, you can. That's totally fine. And you can. We want you to decide this. Say a month or two down the road, you decide that you want to pivot. Pivot. You can pivot like Ross anytime. It is your business and you are the CEO and you make the decisions. So if you decide to niche down now and start doing tasks now and have a dream client now, but then later on you decide, I don't really like this. This is what I want to do. Go for it. That's totally fine. So, yeah.
Consistency. Jess, you just said it, how important it is. It is absolutely key though, and everybody says it, and it's going to be over repeated and you're going to never want to hear the word consistency again, but it is true. Because it really is, you have to grow that relationship, grow that authority, all of that by putting yourself out there first and then nurturing that relationship both privately and through your content, through posting your face and posting good content and valuable content and all of that. And then your business and your relationship with your clients, your relationship with your audience, all of that is going to grow into a beautiful flower. And yeah, there is no such thing as an overnight success. When people say, yeah, wait, I made $10,000 in a week. And it was just like that. Everything that leads you to getting to that success takes a ton of small, tiny little action steps to get there. It's not just one thing where you're like, yep, I'm going to do this one thing. I'm going to start my business and tomorrow I'm going to be a millionaire. Doesn't work like that. Sorry. Wish it did. Life would be great, but here we are.
Gary Vee and Marie Forleo didn't become who they are by one video or one post or one comment. They worked at it every single day. They never gave up. They never stopped. They kept building that foundation. They kept planting those seeds. And now look at who they are. I mean, they're household names because of consistency. So show up, give value, nurture your audience, and your authority will skyrocket. This is Trisha. Trisha, when I first started working with her, she had absolutely no idea what her niche was. She thought, I have to be a social media manager and I don't want to do that. You don't have to do that. She's like, just because everybody saw that, or I saw everybody doing that, so I feel like I have to do that. And I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. After speaking with me and coaching and working together, she realized that, or I realized, and I told her she had so many skills that are needed, that are desperately needed in the VA world. And so we realized that she, with her 9 to 5 that she had been doing, She knew all about Facebook ads and how to run those. She knew how to run Dubsado, Monday.com. She knew how to do all of this stuff, but didn't realize that that was what people wanted or needed. And after working with me and realizing that and us talking, she has done a complete 180. She got 3 dream clients in 1 week and has skyrocketed. It's crazy. And I'm so proud of her.
So this is Jamie. She is a VA, but also a business coach as well. She just started pivoting into that area. And when we first started to work together, she had already been in, not necessarily the VA industry specifically, but in this realm for over 2 years. But she didn't know who her ideal client was, and therefore was still not attracting any dream clients. And she got really, really close to quitting. I said, absolutely not. And we started working together to create that clear vision of what she actually wants out of her business. So niching down, figuring out who her target client is, and then putting together a plan for actually attracting them, reaching out to them, booking them, getting on disco calls, all of that kind of stuff. In the 2 weeks that she and I were working together, she, right after, was able to figure out who her ideal client was and then start booking them. And she was able to book 3 ideal clients within 2 weeks. So again, having that clear vision is crucial.
Yeah. Scale your income. Get it even bigger than what you currently have now. You've gotten a few clients or you're booked out and you can't take anything else on, and you want to scale. So how can you grow? Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but working one-on-one forever is not a way to scale, because you only have so much you to give. There's only so much you, so much time that you have. Unfortunately, we cannot be awake for 24 hours a day. Or, I mean, we could try. We could build cities in a day or something. But yes, you only have so much you to give. So working one-on-one forever is not a way to scale.
I don't know about any of you guys, but when I first started taking on clients, I got booked out and then I got overbooked out because I was like, I'm just going to take more and more clients because I wanted more money. I mean, naturally. And then I was working, because I also had stuff to do for my own business. So I was working 12 to 14-hour days most of the time, sometimes even longer than that. And part of that is me because I am a workaholic, but part of that is because I thought, the more clients means the more money and everything is great, which in theory, yeah, but you cannot scale with just working with one-on-one clients. You can only grow so much, and you only have so many hours out of your day that you can give. So what do you do?
Yes. So after a certain amount of time, like Shannon said, your income's going to bottleneck. So you've got to find a new way, an easier way. When you get booked out and cannot take any more clients, what is your plan? Do you want to build an agency, a group of 10 to 20 people under you managing client work? If so, that's fantastic. I love people that have agencies. I give you all the kudos and good vibes and love and light in the world, because you people are like gods. Seriously. But if not, what do you do? How do you move forward? So stop worrying and wasting energy on what to do next. Create passive offers, one-on-one intensives, join in a partnership.
Go ahead.
So this is Casey. Casey came to me because she was a VA and she wanted to kind of start moving into coaching, but she had no idea what to do, no way to move forward. So I had cash injection calls that she signed up for. And after speaking and talking with her, I gave her ways to scale, ways to move forward in her business that wasn't just one-on-one services, whether it was coaching or VA services. We had an action steps and a plan, and now she is thriving, and I'm so proud of her. So that's Casey.
This is Vanessa. She is specifically a social media manager, and even more specifically to female life and wellness and health coaches. So very similar to the realm that I'm in, but a little bit different. But she did the same thing as me. She took on a ton of clients because she thought that that was how she could reach her goal of consistent 6K months. But she reached that, but she was still working 50 plus hours every week. So we started working together, and I was like, girl, you don't need to be working 50 plus hours a week. It's time to start creating passive income opportunities. I helped her put together her one-time calls that people pay her for. So that's just an instant cash injection. We put together, I mean, she is an incredible social media manager and content creator. So we put together templates that she could sell, guides that she could sell, and just ideas for that. So she, every single month, she makes over $1,000 extra with just that passive income.
So if you take away one thing, we want you to know that you can easily attract dream clients on Instagram by literally just being yourself. That's it. The big question now is, how can you apply this framework to your own business and create your dream business? Do you want to be Lainey, who doesn't get clear on her messaging because she tries to download every single freebie, watch all the YouTube videos, confusing her? She doesn't niche down. Her Instagram strategy is non-existent. She books those 1 to 2 clients and they aren't aligned, and they literally just leave and don't stay. And it ends up making her not really consistent income or even scaling. Or
you get to be Blakely. So Blakely, again, she gets clear on what her niche is, what her ideal client is, and then immediately starts making a strategy for her content and for posting. She's going to take a bunch of different random messy action steps, but that's how she learns. She's going to learn as she goes because she is already taking those steps to learn and to grow. Because she niches down, she becomes an authority in her niche and immediately starts building that demand for herself, especially using that content strategy that she made previously. And she books out with clients, so she starts creating passive income opportunities for herself and begins making money while she sleeps.
It is time for you to stop hoping those dream clients will come and start attracting them.
So it is also time for you to follow a system that takes the guesswork out of the what and how of attracting dream clients on Instagram and shows you actually how to do it.
Enrollment is now open in the VA Emporium, the Intentional VA Emporium. Woo!
Whoop, whoop.
So we want to give you a bird's eye view of what you will immediately get access to when you join the Emporium right now.
So we talked all about the Dream Client Attraction Method, the BES, Build, Establish, Scale system. Those are all one. They all go together, and they are one big cycle. But the Dream Client Attraction Method, again, as we said before, is basically Jesse and I coming together with what we did to book out, scale, etc., to consistent 7+ K months. And we came together, put all of our knowledge and ideas and strategies together to create this method.
So you get immediate access to the Build, Establish, Scale system. Build your foundation, establish your authority, and scale your income. So you have that stable business. You get clear on your niche and your offer, and you quickly build demand for yourself, and then have an attack plan to scale that business once you get booked out or once you get clients and you're ready to start booking out. And no more wasting brain calories about that future. No more. So monthly.
Every single month. So we have a private Facebook group for members only. We post challenges on there. People can ask questions. People come to us for advice on there and can communicate with the community. We wanted it to be not just a coaching program that people join, but they only talk to us. We want everybody to connect, everybody to feed off of each other and grow off of each other and learn from each other. So that is the purpose behind that Facebook group. And then we also do monthly strategy and hot seat calls. We have 6 calls every single month for you to join. One is always going to be on mindset. 3 of them are strategy, business building, stuff like branding and client onboarding, all of that kind of stuff. And then we also have the prime level for the membership. So there are 2 extra coaching calls in there. And again, all of the calls are recorded. So you don't ever have to worry about missing that information. It'll all be available to you if you can't make the live calls.
So one person, one lucky, wonderful goddess in the membership will get picked based on their questions that they've been asking us and things that we see going on with them, and decide that they're going to sit in the hot seat, which it'll be on Zoom. And for the entire call, the 60 minutes, we're going to sit there and speak with them and go over their problems and their struggles and walk through them. So everybody can see it, because somebody else might be going through the same thing. And so that's what the monthly hot seat is.
The private Slack channel as well. So we are available. We're on Slack all day, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, to answer all of your questions, give you advice, celebrate your wins, laugh and have fun with you. And then Prime level members do get an extra private Slack channel that we are in Monday through Friday. So you can ask anything at any time, and we will be there to answer that Monday through Friday.
And of course, the 3 parts, including the fast action bonus, the hey to hell yeah DM guide, all of the monthly calls, Slack channel, Facebook group, the dream client attraction method, and the build, establish, scale system are the 3 parts you get access to immediately. The fast action bonus is your golden ticket to converting in the DMs. There are do's and don'ts of pitching. There's scripts to get you started and use as a template, but it's not just plug and play scripts to say, here you go, this is what you do, because we do not want you to sound like a robot. We want you to truly know how to handle the objections, overcome them, and not sound salesy, scammy, spammy. And it has advice and tips from top engagement and lead gen experts that we have also spoken with to give us some tips as well. So this will surely take you from hey to hell yeah in the DMs, and you can be converting on the reg.
Yep.
So the doors are officially open for the Intentional VA Emporium. And you get all of this. You get the dream client attraction method, the hey to hell yeah, the build, establish, scale, the Facebook community, the Slack channels, 6 coaching calls every month, and immediately already in your portal, 20 plus ebooks and video tutorials along with it to get you started. And you can get started today for $67. That's it. We have 3 options. There's the monthly basic plan, which is $49 a month. You get everything that we've talked about. There is the monthly prime plan, where it's everything that we've talked about, plus the 2 prime level coaching calls, and then the prime level Slack channel Monday through Friday. And that's $67 a month. And then we have the annual basic plan, which is you get 1.5 months for free, and it's $524 for the year, and you're paid up for the year. Sorry, our heads were blocking the number.
Yeah, right.
But you get the whole year. of 524 paid in full. You don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Moving on. So the question is not whether you're going to make your money back. It's how many times over you're going to make your money back. $67, $49. It's basically probably 2 meals out each month. So again, yeah, the question is not going to be, are you going to be making your money back? But how many times you can.
How much is one sale for you? Drop it in the chat. Because if you paid $67 today, how many clients would it take to make that back?
Half of one?
Yeah. Yeah, not even half of one.
Right.
Exactly. Drop it in the chat how much one sale is for you. So this is Emma. And with Emma's, I worked with her and I helped her get her business operating. She was also really just in the mindset struggle. She didn't have a stable foundation and she had worked with a couple of clients, but she didn't know how to speak to people in the DM. She didn't know what to say on her discovery calls. So she was very stressed out and overwhelmed and afraid. And we started working together and I helped her see that she has so much value to give and so much to offer. And I helped her create a strong business strategy and plan to help her build that foundation so she could build it herself. She could build that authority for herself and then start getting those dream clients.
And the lovely Roberta we mentioned earlier, she has been in the Emporium with us for like a month and a half now. She is just a rock star. And she was the one who wouldn't post on Instagram. And I told her, I threatened her that I was going to do it myself, but she posted herself on Instagram. She had all of this blockage, all of this resistance, all of this fear sitting inside of her just to start looking for clients, to start posting on Instagram, to show her face, all of this stuff. And then, so again, I threatened her. That was one of the tactics that I used. But we really just encouraged her and, what's the worst that can happen? You're not going to die if you post your face on Instagram. So just really, 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 again, switching that mindset. And in the Emporium, you actually will participate before you do anything else in a 7-day challenge called Getting Comfortable with Being Uncomfortable, specifically to get you in the mindset to start working with us and some of our tactics, because we do like to get you uncomfortable and taking those scary steps. So this was part of that 7-day challenge and just in general. You're good. Go ahead.
Sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
No, you're good. So Alessandra, again, another virtual assistant. So she joined the Emporium and went through the whole jumpstart of all of the 20 guides and tutorials and all of that stuff. And she had been looking for programs and coaches that she could actually afford, but that was also going to give her what she needed, because you enter into a lot of coaching programs and either they teach you everything and you only need this one little part of it, or it's just a hot mess and you don't actually learn anything. I'm not saying that for every coach, but sometimes that can be the case. And when you do end up in those types of situations, you give up. And you're like, well, why am I going to, join this program or get another coach, because this was my experience. So those guides and stuff are just a jump start to really getting you into stuff and then getting ready to work with us. So we're going to work on your niche, your content strategy, how to find your clients, how to book clients, all of that stuff. So.
And this is just a back end view of what the Emporium looks like right now. It's just some of the stuff that you get, the phase 0. You get that 7-day challenge, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And this is Miss Monica. She joined us in the Emporium about a month ago. And I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but Monica has in just a month bloomed and blossomed into something beautiful. She has gotten really clear on her niche and who she wants to help and who she wants to work with, and has started building that stable foundation. We are going to do branding boot camp next week, and she has started working on her branding, her colors, a new logo, and she's just bloomed into somebody beautiful, and her business is something beautiful, and we are so excited to see how far that she goes.
And she moves to Switzerland next week, so that's cool.
Yes. So today, lose access when the timer starts in 15 minutes. I'll just set a 15-minute timer on my phone. But you can get started for $67. You get all of this, all of the Dream Client Attraction Method, the everything happens in monthly, the fast action bonus, everything right now. There's 6 calls if you join the Prime level, and there's 4 a month if you join just the regular level. There's so much value here to give, and we wanted to make this attainable for everybody. So,
and right now, if you join Prime, you will get monthly one-on-one calls. That is not going to be something that we offer for very much longer. So if you are thinking about it and you also want just a little bit of that one-on-one coaching, that one-on-one time, definitely get the Prime, because the Prime does include 2 of those 1 hour one-on-one coaching calls. And I do want to mention again, I think I said it at the beginning, but that fast action bonus, Jesse and I are only offering it to you guys in here right now. So when she says 15 minutes, that's all going to go away after that 15 minutes. So that Hey to Hell Yeah DM guide will no longer be available to you. So make sure you guys are utilizing that as well. It's, again, she said we have experts that we got tips from, but also everything that we used, some of the, wording that we used, and just the tactics and strategies that we used, again, to book out, to scale, et cetera, et cetera. It's all in there. In the fast action bonus in that DM guide. So yeah.
So we really just created this for those people that I wish I had this when I started my business. I would join this in an instant, because I did not have $4,000 or $5,000 to pay for a coaching program. I ended up doing one of those, but I had to get help because I didn't have that kind of money. But we know that there are people out there that do have that, and they do want to. Okay,
I would say there's definitely not a real timeline. It's all dependent on you, the person that you're talking to. My advice would be to take, when you find, and we go over all of this in the DM guide, so I won't talk too much about it. But when you find a client, you don't want to obviously just go in straight up, hey, I'm a VA for your business. This is what I can do for you, etc. You don't want to just jump in like that. You need to create that relationship, build that connection, especially because not only is that the correct way to do things, because you don't want to go in and be salesy, but also I personally started these relationships with people, and sometimes I would get so far into the conversation thinking that they're my ideal client, and then they say something and I'm like, okay, I don't align with that, and now I'm done. I mean, obviously I'm not going to stop talking to them, just see you later, bye. But getting to know them more and more also can help you determine if they are actually someone that you want to work with or not. So Jesse, you can add on, but there is no timeline. It depends on your strategy. It depends on what you're doing to move forward and to grow in that aspect. So take it away.
Yeah, I agree with Shannon. There is not a set timeline. It's not going to be like, okay, so I've been on here for a week, so I'm going to get clients now. There's not a set timeline. When I started, I saw girls in my program get their first client in a week. They got one in a week. Some people waited a month or 2 months. It was 2 months for me, but I got booked out all at once. It was my first client and then getting booked out all at once. Because again, it all depends on you showing up, your messaging, your aesthetics do have something to do with it. Trying to do all the right things, not be salesy, build those connections, but struggling in comparison when I've only been here for a week. Okay, so I understand what you're saying. Comparisonitis ate me alive.
Yep.
It did. It ate me alive. And this is a lot easier said than done. And I know it is, but one thing that you do have to do is put your blinders on. Put your blinders on and just focus on you. And listen, Instagram is the highlight reel. Okay, Bianca? Instagram is just the highlight reel.
Right.
Somebody might be telling you on Instagram or showing you, oh my God, I'm booked out and I'm making so much money. I had a 20K month. Well, same thing happened to me. I saw somebody that had a 20K month and I ended up later on talking with them because they kind of were an ideal client for me. But in the end, they had made that 20K month, but they were actually only bringing home like less than $1,000 because they had so much going out. So I know that it is hard to believe and feel that way of like my time is going to come, speaking for you and seeing everybody else. But just if you have to mute people, mute them. Mute them. It's fine.
Because this is your journey.
Exactly. You're not going to hurt their feelings. They won't know, but your mental health is more important than somebody else's. So that's my two things with you is put your blinders on and mute people. Don't even look at it if they're making you feel like you need to be doing all the things.
It's so hard in any aspect, not just in the virtual assistant world, to know who is just spewing BS and who is actually real and legit and all of that. It is possible to get booked out in a week. It's not very common, especially just starting out. So take it with a grain of salt. That's what I say about everything. So you see people posting about their 10K months or about booking out or any of that, take it with a grain of salt. Like Jesse said, Instagram is a highlight reel, so it's not showing you everything. I will talk about everything that I am an expert in, but I'm not going to sit there and talk about, web design because I don't do that. But I'm also not going to sit there and be like, yeah, this month, I reached 10K when I didn't. And even the whole thing of, you reached 10K, but how much are you going home with after that? Because all of those people, I guarantee, have outsourced to other people as well. So those are things to think about too. Literally, after I dropped the unaligned clients, I say this, and I promise you I'm not over embellishing, but I counted close to 100 emails and DMs within like 4 days of people just reaching out to me. And not all of them were ideal clients. Like at least half of them weren't. So that's not to say that everybody that's, if you blow up like that, not everybody coming to you is going to be your ideal client. But I did book out in that week because I did have all of those people coming to me. And a lot of that was Clubhouse, but a lot of that was Instagram and me showing my face on Instagram and just showing up and being there. So, and then really speaking directly to my target clients. But that was a whole spiel. Sorry. I just went on like a whole rant, but hopefully that helps.
So there is all of the calls, the 6 calls that you get, the Slack channel, that we're in. We are have the Facebook community, the build, establish, scale system, to have that clear plan of what you need to do. And mindset and business strategy are infused in each lesson, because I believe that mindset is the true foundation of your business. And there's the timer going off.
I mentioned that 7-day getting comfortable with being uncomfortable challenge. If you like Starbucks and you want your next Starbucks drink on us, you will get that once you complete that 7-day challenge within the membership. And again, that is the first thing pretty much that you will do within the membership at all, is that challenge. So
thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.